Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with fabulous concert programs. They're back. And by popular demand, popular meaning like one of you, you wanted to have a Roussel Cycle. So we're going to do a Roussel Cycle. We're going to do a lot of French people because French symphonists are chronically underestimated. They really are, and they need to have a little bit of, I think boosterism aimed in their direction because they're magnificent symphonists. They really are, and they didn't really get going until the 20th century. But once they did, what a wonderful school of symphonic thought they turned out to represent. So the Roussel symphonies probably, well, they're right up there. They're Magnard's four, Roussel's four, the best symphonic cycles in the French literature. But Roussel's first is the stepchild of all of the symphonies. It's a tone poem in three movements, effectively, subtitled The Poem of the Forests, Le Poème de la Forêt, or La Poème de la Forêt, whatever the heck it's called. The problem with the Poem of the Forest, first of all, it's from his impressionist period. It doesn't have the individuality of his later works, although it's exquisitely beautiful. He was such a wonderful orchestrator and such a precise composer with such carefully judged textures and sonorities. I mean, it's fascinating to listen to his music. It really is, even from this period. And the other thing it doesn't really have is tunes. I mean, it has them. Of course it has them. But they tend not to linger in the memory overwhelmingly because it's more about kaleidoscopic shifting colors and textures and timbres. It's not overly long, like half an hour-ish, but it's an elusive work. I think in the right context, it will make a marvelous impression. Of course, it ends quietly, too, which is the kiss of death. That means it's got to go on the first half. So I've come up with, I think, a nice, juicy, sort of symphonic, interesting program that will attract the audience, hopefully, and also present this lovely, lovely first symphony in the best possible light. So we have to have a preludial something, and my preludial something is Nielsen's Saga-Drøm. See, we did a Nielsen cycle, but we didn't do Nielsen short works, which are fantastic. And Saga-Drøm is just about it's short. It's like, I don't know, it's 8 or 9 minutes long, 11 minutes or something. It's a short little work. And it's a mythological sort of phantasmagoria, but a gentle one. And it has a wonderful central episode where all of the players, it's for a reduced group of instruments, and they play some phrases at random. As often as they want, they repeat it. And Nielsen did some interesting things, It sounds just enchanting. It really is a magical work with a beautiful chorale and this wonderful sort of ya-dum-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da-dum-bum-ba-da-da-da, it's nothing not to love. It's a great concert opener. It doesn't get played at all. And it's just ridiculous. People sometimes confuse it with Sibelius's On Saga. But this is a different saga. This is Saga-Drøm, Saga-Dream. Whereas On Saga is Saga On, whatever that means. I don't know. But they're totally different works, obviously. And like I said, this is a magical, magical opening. And it really segues nicely into the Roussel, which is also rather magical and dreamy, but in a completely different style. Nielsen was not an impressionist. Everything in Nielsen, even the improvisatory episodes, is very cleanly etched and rhythmically, plangent, whereas Roussel is impressionistic at this stage in his career, this early phase. So you have a wonderful opportunity after that to listen to Roussel's First Symphony, and you can float out for intermission. And when you come back, Dvořák's Cello Concerto, a big, beefy, symphonic, the most famous and fabulous cello concerto ever written by anybody, guaranteed to bring the audience back. You get a hotshot soloist, you're in business. And actually, the Dvořák Cello Concerto is not a first half piece. I really don't think so. I've seen it done that way, but everything that came after it, frankly, was anticlimactic. It's 40 minutes long. It's as long as a symphony. It has unbelievably gorgeous tunes and a fabulous, fabulous ending. The cello is just musing on the themes from the previous movements, and the opening of the concerto drifts in, doo, 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 and the cello goes up to a high note, then the orchestra comes in. Ya da 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 bum 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 ba da 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 bum ba da 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 bum yum 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 bum bum boom. Oh, it's fantastic. Right? I mean, that wasn't fantastic, but the work is fantastic. And afterwards, everyone goes crazy, and we all go home feeling wonderful, having heard Roussel's most recalcitrant symphonic effort. Really, really beautiful piece that, in its context, like I said, will really, I think, enchant the audience. It's just terrific music. Nothing Roussel wrote was bad. I mean, he had always had this high standard of quality in everything that he did. So, you don't have to worry about the music per se. It sells itself once you get people there and you get them into it, which is what this program is designed to do. So there you have it, my friends, the beginning of our Roussel cycle. Keep on listening. Take care.